Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Sensate444. Wait, let's lift this up a little bit. Okay, it's better. How's everybody doing this evening? It's been a nice, warm, summery type day today, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And if my hair is looking a little ragged, it's because I was outside all day. I don't know, my moods are such that it benefits me greatly to spend time outside in the sun, or at least, in a somewhat sunny area. If it's too hot, then of course I'm in the shade. But yeah, so I had a great day today. The outdoors are really picking up my spirits. I was just about getting to the point where I hardly could deal with the cold and the overcast. And finally, where I live, near the Great Lakes, it basically was a beautiful, beautiful day today. And I couldn't complain about it even if I wanted to. All right, so let me just show this little bracelet that I'm wearing. This beautiful bracelet is something that I got from my sister, and she bought it on Shop the LC, and the stone is a lapis, and it's kind of clever. It's a bracelet that doesn't have any snaps or anything. It just kind of uncoils, and you put your wrist in there and kind of coil it back up again. Okay, so then I'm wearing this blouse that I cannot recall now if this was from Shein or Temu, although I'm going to guess it was Temu. It was quite a while ago. I did show this on one of my prior videos, and I'm getting all matchy-matchy with this little necklace that even has the blue in the middle, just like the flowers on the shirt. No, I did not think about that when I put it on. I just thought, let me find something blue, and then I saw the blue and the orange. It's like a turquoise blue, and I thought, I'll just wear that. And it's a very old necklace. I can't tell you where I got it. I've probably had it for about 30 years or maybe longer. Okay, tonight we have a Temu haul. So let me get going here on the Temu haul and quit babbling. Okay, and we're going to have a dating horror story at the end. Okay, so the first item was this cute necklace. I do say cute a lot, don't I? Cute, cute, cutie, cutie. Okay, this was $3.51. This necklace, and it looks like it has like a stone in it, like a pink stone, but it's actually not a stone at all. The necklace is actually a lot lighter than I thought it was when I saw it online. It looked like it was a heavy item, but it's very light. And it was $3.51. It has this little bird here that looks like maybe this could be his nest. And it was $3.51, and then I got 9 cents off as a price adjustment, which I've mentioned in the past that Temu does do that for like 30 days after you receive the item. If the same item from the same seller goes on sale in the 30 days, you will get a price adjustment. And so in this case, my price adjustment was 9 cents. Okay, then the next thing I got, it says it's turquoise. I don't believe it is. In fact, with the veining in the stone, it almost looks like howlite, and it feels substantially heavy. So I don't know really what it is. It could be acrylic, but it just seems kind of too heavy for that. And I got this beautiful necklace. And the necklace, I paid $4.50 for this necklace. Okay, and it also comes with a pair of earrings. I'll show the earrings here. It's the pair of wire type earrings with the silver inlay or the silver frame and the faux turquoise or whatever it is, and those are the earrings. That's what the earrings look like. Okay, and they're a decent size. They're like a little over ½ an inch in length. And again, I got the whole set for $4.50 on Temu. There's certain things on Temu that you just don't find anywhere else. And I do like some of their things, although I tend to go more for the clothing from Shein. There are some things that I get there that I absolutely love, clothing wise and otherwise. And I do like the price adjustments. And I've never had any problems returning anything from Temu or complaining about anything from Temu. They always compensate me, and they have never made me even return anything that I have complained about, which is phenomenal. That return policy is just phenomenal. Okay, the next thing I got is called a liquid eyeliner in this bright blue kind of shade. It was $1.95 when I ordered it, but it went down. I got a price adjustment for $1.02, and I have not tried it yet. It's a light color blue, and I'm wearing the matchy eyeshadow today. Look at that eyeshadow. Isn't that wild? That's an old Morphe palette that I had. That robin's egg blue on there, and then a darker blue up in the crease. And I guess when you wear a color like that, it behooves you to not wear also a bright lipstick. Although I did go a little heavy on the blush today. Oh well. I'm rocking that 80s kind of vibe here. You know, back in the 80s, there was a magazine that, well, it's still out today, Cosmopolitan magazine. I think it's still out today. And I used to wait for that magazine's arrival so I could see the models on there and how they had their hair and their makeup done. And then I would sit there and try to duplicate it. And we didn't have the videos back then like now. There was no social media. There was no internet. There were no home computers at one point. And so what I would do is I would study the eyeshadow on the model and try to recreate it on my own eyes. And I may have come up with something kind of looking like that back in the 80s, okay? All right, let's try this eyeliner, at least on my hand. Ooh, that's a bright blue. Oh my goodness, is that bright. Look at that. Look at that blue. Do you see that? Here, let me put it on this back part of my hand. It looks like it goes on pretty easily. It's a very bright light blue. I will have to try that in maybe one of my makeup videos. I'm pleased with it. It goes on easily, and it seems like it has good coverage. Okay, and there's the blue. And likewise, I also paid $1.95 for this one and only got 22 cents readjusted. This is a similar eyeliner in a green color. Let's see, what was that blue color called? Ultra Color, waterproof, highly pigmented, and the brand is Pecolovers. P-Colorverse liquid eyeliner. Okay, now the green one, let's try the green one. If I can get this open. You know, when I was in high school, I was really into fashion and makeup and jewelry, and I started school. I remember I started high school. You had to be there 10 to 8 in the morning for homeroom, and then classes would start at around 8. I just remember that I would wake up most days at 6 a.m. just so I could have all that time to do my hair and makeup and pick my clothing. It's really crazy. When I think about it now, I'm so lazy. And I just probably would never do that now. Okay, let's try this green. Oh, that green is vivid. That's beautiful. Like that. I like that green. Okay, I'm pleased with those. For, you know, less than $2, those were both worth it. I will get a lot of wear out of those. Okay, the next item is a necklace. It's a very summery, fashionable style. It was $5.52. The brand name on there is on the bag, IMOLI, and it is this blue beaded necklace with a white stone. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. It's kind of outrageous, actually, but I like it. It has it's a white flower with a little yellow center in it. And the clasp is one of those kind where the clasp is actually part of the style. It clasps right in the front with the bar and ring. And it doesn't seem like it's super long, but I think it'll fit. Maybe it's about 16 inches, I'm going to guess. Okay, that one, $5.52 for that one, okay? All right, let's just keep going. All right, I got this. I like Alice in Wonderland, and just kind of a magical story, and I got this brooch. It was $6.83, which for me was a little bit much, but I did get a $2.24 price adjustment. Okay, and there are the rabbit and the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. And some mushrooms. I just love that. That is beautiful. That really is, to me, a work of art. And it has a little bit of iridescently colorful rhinestones on it, and it looks like an enamel. It looks like an enamel piece with the red and pink roses on there. Okay, and that was $6.83 minus $2.24. So it was like you know, $4.50 something. So say $4.50. Okay, I was very pleased with that. It's heavy. It's very heavy and substantial, that pen. Okay, keep going here. I got this brooch for $2.20. And it comes with a tag that says Betsy Johnson. So I'm wondering if this is like a Betsy Johnson dupe. Or is this really a Betsy Johnson? I don't know. I don't think it would be this cheap. But $2.20 for this beautiful butterfly. And it's in a pink and multicolored pattern with a pinkish and blue color. Outlined in a kind of a silvery toned perimeter, and it looks like it has pink, blue, yellow, and green in the rhinestones, and it's cute. It's very cute, and I like that so much that I also got another one. Let's see, where's the other one? Oh boy. Okay, I don't see it out here. Okay, well, we'll get to it. I know it's here somewhere. Let me see what else I have here. Okay, this was $3.06. And at first I looked at this and I thought, what the hell? Did they send me the wrong thing? But no, actually, this is a device that you can do. You can clip that to the zipper on the back of your dress and use the pearled strand to zip up your dress without help. So I think that's going to be wonderful because I really have limited motion with my right arm, and so this is going to make it so much easier to get those things on. Another thing is this face lift sticker. I had showed this in a prior video. It was $1.05. I did buy another one. I still have not tried them out, but I do want to try them out. It comes with these strings on the back, and they loop through the little stickers, which are about 2 inches long and a little over an inch wide. And if you look at the pictures on the back, you stick them on each side of your face, and then you pull the string behind your head and attach it to the sticker on the other side. And it's supposed to be an instant facelift. So I don't know about that. I just thought I'd give it a try. It's interesting. I'm not sure if I'd wear anything like that out in public, because what if someone sees that? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Would you wear something like that in public? Maybe for a special occasion when you wanted to like have your face look lifted? I've been trying all the techniques with concealer and blush to try to make my face look lifted, but I don't think it's working. The next thing is this cute little pin with these 2 little snowmen, and I told my sister, I said, I got her one too, and I said, that's you and me. That is you and me in the winter time. $1.66, and I did get an 11-cent price adjustment, and it's not real big. It's a little over maybe an 1.5 inches wide, and has these cute little snowmen or snow ladies. Maybe they're snow ladies. That's what I think they are. Okay, and then that's for winter. And then I also got this really cute, super cute pin. Now this I really love. This is a bedazzled pumpkin. Just a dazzling pumpkin with a cap on, like a witch's style cap. And it has green rhinestones in the cap and orange on the pumpkin with some black enamel looking for the eyes and mouth. And that one was $3.56. I did not get a price adjustment on that. $3.56, and it stayed that price. Okay, moving right along. Now these were a little pricey. These earrings were $7.48, and I did get a 24-cent price adjustment. And I never would probably pay that much because even though that's much cheaper than it would be in a boutique store, it's still a lot for Temu. But it does have these levered backs. It's a post earring, but it also has the little lever there to keep the earring in place. And the reason I got that at $7.48 was because I wanted a matching, here we are matching again. I wanted a matching set of, I love the necklace, and I thought it is different than pretty much everything that I have. And it is a pearl double strand necklace with this beautiful flower in the middle. And I think it's exquisite. I really think that's beautiful. And it just has a hook and loop type of closure where I guess you could hook it onto any one of those little rings there on the other side to accommodate the size of your neck, which I like. It has some pink rhinestones in the clasp up here and on each side. And in the flower itself, the center is filled with pink rhinestones. The petals look like a cream colored enamel, and on each side you have green and pink rhinestone leaves on that. Love that. Absolutely love it. Maybe I'll wear it in one of my subsequent videos if I have the right outfit for it. Okay, moving right along. How's everybody doing? Did you have a nice weekend? Okay, making this late at night again, so maybe you'll see it tomorrow on Monday, or should I say later today on Monday. And this is a stunning American flag with red, white, and blue rhinestones in a gold tone. And I have a pin like this. I actually bought this for somebody else. And it's going to be a gift for somebody who likes the 4th of July and who loves 4th of July jewelry. And I'm not going to mention how much I paid for that, but let me just say it was a great deal. It was a great deal for the work that went into that thing, okay? If you want to ask me how much it was down below, I'll let you know, but I'm not going to say right now. Okay, the next thing I got was a... Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me jump back in here. I got this beautiful ring, and of course, you know how I like to match, right? Matchy, matchy. I got the size 9 ring so I could wear it on my middle finger. It actually looks like a yellow cocktail ring in a square or rectangular shape, and it's like a golden yellow in a gold tone metal. And it has some white rhinestones like going around the outer frame. And I got a 9 because I like to wear a couple rings on different fingers, and this one will go on my middle finger, and I just love it. Out in the sun, the stone, I believe it's probably cut glass. It's very clear and vibrant in the right light. I don't know if it's really picking it up on here as much, but outside in the sunlight, it looks just absolutely stunning. I paid $3.06 for that, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to have a Shein haul in a few days, and I ordered a necklace similar to that in a Shein haul, which I never got. And it was supposed to be one of those things where, because you're a member of the Shein Club, you get something free, and when you put an order in, and I'm still going back and forth with them, trying to get them to send me another one or give me a credit so I can buy another one. I'm really disappointed because I was looking forward to my yellow necklace that would go with that ring. But what are you gonna do? We'll see. I'll let you know how that pans out after I keep basically nagging Shein. Okay, back to the Temu haul. Enough of Shein for now. Okay, then I got this little set. It's just like a cute casual kind of jewelry set that, you know, I think would be good for, you know, some of the summer weather where you don't want to wear anything too elaborate. And I don't know if you could see that right there, but it's like, it looks kind of like a daisy or, I don't know, a sunflower or something. It has raised little nubs in the center of the flower, and it's a silver tone. And I paid $1.50, and it came with a pair of earrings. And I like that the earrings are not super tiny. I like that the earrings are substantially large, and they're wire earrings, so they're not heavy, so they're not going to pull down on my earlobe. Some people have trouble with that, where maybe their piercing was a little bit low on the ear and some of the heavy stuff pull their ears down. This will not do that. This is not heavy enough, I don't believe. It's lightweight, and $1.50 for the whole set. You just can't beat that, guys. Can't beat that. Okay, and then I got another little, I like those eyeshadows that I showed previously in my video. And so I went ahead and got another one. I paid $1.87. And these things are packaged very well. It's almost impossible to get open. It's called Juju Dream Mint Cream Green 9-color eyeshadow palette. Okay, if I could get it. I'm going to have to destroy the box. Going to destroy the box. Well, anyways, look at all those colors. And look at this phenomenal, like, oh my goodness, the sparkly. Wow, look at that. That sparkly green. Oh, is that beautiful? I don't really know if this is showing up, but I'm going to put a little bit of that on my face because I want you to see how pretty that is. That is beautiful. Looks very glittery. I don't know if you can see that. Get closer. See how glittery and pretty that is? All right. And then it has various green tones. The other palette that I showed in a prior video, it was more of aqua, greenish blue tones. These are true green tones and yellowish green. As opposed to those, and you get 9 colors. It looks like you get 4 or 5. It looks like you get 5 sparkling type shades and 4 matte shades. And I was happy with the other ones I bought, so I figured I would try this one as well. And that was $1.87. Okay, let me get to some of this other. Okay, oh, there is a little bit more. Okay, $1.81 on this next item. It is brown eyeliner. I think I'm going to start wearing a little bit more brown eyeliner instead of black, just to give my face a softer look. That's what I heard a lot of people that are older say that they do. That makes it softens the look a little bit. So we'll see how that is. Now this is like a retractable crayonish type of, oh, and look at that. That goes on, slides on so easily. No tugging or pulling your eyes with that. Okay, I'm pleased with that. Goes on very, very easily. That was called Silky Waterproof Eyeliner. The brand is MKNK. And it is in the shade 02. I may look to buy more of those in other shades. I'm going to see what they have. But that's in the shade 02. And how much was that? $181. and it looks like I got a 5-cent price adjustment, so $176, I think, and that's definitely a good price for makeup. You know, some of these things, I know they cut out the middleman, but man, some of the prices are phenomenal on Temu. I got another one of these butterflies. This one, the other one is for a friend, and this one is for me, because I don't have a lot of jewelry in yellow. And now that the spring and summer are coming, I like those bright colors. I am starting to really like yellow as I get older. Another color that I love as I've gotten older, comparatively to how I felt about it when I was young, is brown. I love brown now. I'm all about the brown. I like brown the way that I used to wear black. I wear brown as my neutral. And this is another Betsy Johnson tag in here with this butterfly. So I don't know if this is a dupe of Betsy Johnson, but man, that's a beautiful pin. That is a beautiful, stunning brooch. And it's about 2.5 inches in height and about probably 2 inches wide. Beautiful. So far, I am not disappointed with anything here. And that was $2.02. $2.02. The other one was a little bit more. The pink and silver, that was $2.20. This one was $2.02. Like I said before, I feel like it's Christmas with this stuff. Like, my house is not going to be big enough for all this stuff. I gotta cool it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to cool. I have been buying a little less often, but then I can't bring you the videos as often. So I've got to be a little more creative and clever and come up with some different things for videos. So tell me in the comments what you would like. Oh my goodness, my light just flopped down in its tripod. Okay, tell me in the comments below what you would like to see more of. Okay, all right, this is in the Picolivers, same brand as one of the eyeliners in blue and green. This is called the Super Eyelash Mascara, and I'm gonna have to give you a review on this at another time, because this is supposed to be a dupe of a fiber type of mascara, which is supposed to give you extreme length. So we shall see if that will work, and I will follow up on that. And not to be outdone, I got another mascara, which is called ICVC is the brand, 2-in-1 double effect mascara in a cool black. Okay, and this one is supposed to be like a 2-in-1. So let me just see here. What is the 2-in-1 in here? Okay, so you take this top part out, and that just looks like mascara. Okay, and it's kind of a drier formula, I would say. It's not super wet. Okay, and then let's see. I think you open this bottom part. Ooh, that's really wet. I don't want to spill that all over. Okay, I'm not going to try that right now because I'm afraid I got to figure this out or I'm going to get raccoon eyes. And this was $3.93. And I'm not sure what the 2-in-1 double effect is supposed to be, but let me try that out and get back to you on that, on how that works, okay? And that was $3.93 for that 2-in-1 mascara in black. And the other mascara that I got, volumizing and lengthening, that's supposed to be, that is called Picolivers Super Eyelash, and that was also in black. So much for going with the brown. As I'm just saying, I'm going to start going with the brown. It looks like I got black mascara. Okay, let me start with some of these clothing items. Oh, I did order more of these earring backs, and I ordered a variety of types. Now this is this came in 3 gold and 3 silver backs, and that is, I don't know if you can see that because that light is in my eyes now. Okay, that back is supposed to go on to a large post earring that's heavy and hold your ear up so it will not sag. And I paid $3.23 and got a $12 or a 12-cent price adjustment on those. And then I also bought 2 sets of these. These are more substantial than those, and you get 1 pair of gold and 1 pair of silver. And I paid $4.27, but got a price adjustment. Okay, bought 2 packs of those, $4.27 each, and got a total price adjustment of $3.30 for both. So they were about $3 and some change. Okay, and those are more substantial, as you can see there. And there's a silver tone. There's a silver tone pair and a gold tone pair. And you put your earring and you put it like with this tennis rackety looking side facing up, so that your ear does not get pulled down by the heavy post, because I know a few people that are having trouble with that. I have a little bit of trouble with that myself, but my earlobes are extremely thick, so I don't get it too badly, but you know, I do somewhat if they're very heavy. All right, let me go off now and start showing some of the clothing. Okay, you may have noticed that you saw me with a top like this before. Okay, I think I bought an orange one of these, and I think it came on Shein. And this is a dark green V-neck peplum top, and I got this in a 2XL, and as you can see, it runs small. So yeah, it doesn't look like a 2X. It looks more like a 1X or a US 1X. So that should fit. I have not tried that on yet. And that I paid $5.38. Okay, while I'm standing, let's get to the next top. Now this one I paid a little bit more for, $7.58, and did not get a price adjustment. And this one is in a brightish peachy orange color. I think it looks a little peachier on the video, and it looks a little more orangey in person, but it's bright. It's almost like a neon, and it's not picking that up on the video, but it is. It's like a really bright, almost neon color. And on this one, I paid $7.58, and this one I got in a size 2XL. It's called an orange red. The color is called an orange red, although I see absolutely no red in it whatsoever. It's almost like an orange peach for me. And I'll let you know how that fits. $7.58 for that. Okay, and then in case you're wondering where I hang all my clothing, I have, years ago, my brother, I was having problems storing all my clothes because I love getting new clothes and things. So my brother actually put up a rack for me in my big bedroom on the wall, and it's a little over, maybe it's like 5 to 6 feet in length. I'd say 6 feet in length on one wall, and it's a double rack. So I have an extra, basically 12 feet of closet space, and I'll show that to you sometime, in addition to closets that I have in my home. Otherwise, you know, I'd be buried in this stuff. I did have to get rid of a lot of clothing because of the weight I lost on Manjaro. Okay, this is the next top, and if it looks familiar, it is a lot like a gray top that I got over a year ago on Temu, and it should be in one of my prior videos. And this was $4.21, and I think they were asking a lot more for that top, but it was in my cart for a few days. And another good thing that Temu tends to do from time to time is give you a deal on something that's been sitting in your cart. And I've gotten some fabulous deals doing that. And I don't even really do it purposely. It's just like I put things in my cart that I think I'd like to buy, and then I'm like, I hem and haw, and I think, should I really buy this? Do I really need to be spending this money? And so sometimes things sit in there a few days and then bam, they give you a deal because they want you to buy it. But of course, you still have to meet the minimum purchase requirement, which I think right now for Temu is about $20. And on Shein, you can buy a small order, but you have to pay shipping if it's less than $29. And on Temu, basically, you always get free shipping, but you have to meet the minimum requirement. And the only time you don't get free shipping on Temu is when you buy from a local warehouse, and usually it's $2.99 shipping for local warehouses unless you go over a threshold. Okay, this is another top that I had shown previously in another video. It has these like hot pink fringes on the sleeves, and it's like a tiered sleeve with a crew neck. And it's like a paisley print with some orange, pink, and green in there, and a little bit of beige on a white background. And the reason I got it again is because the old one was a size 4X, which I tried on and it was absolutely enormous. So on this one, they were asking $23.83 for this. I know I didn't pay that because on all 10 items in this order, so this is more than one order I'm showing you here. So in the 10 items that came on this order, the total that I paid was $22.19. So I don't know where the $23 comes from. Maybe that's what they were asking for it currently, but I know that I would never pay that unless it was a coat or something, you know, something substantial. So I did not pay that. The total was $22.19 for 10 items. I must have had some coupons available or some credits or something that lowered the 10 items down to $22.19, because that's like $2.20 an item. So that just gives you an idea. Temu can really give you some great deals. Okay, this top I know I've showed before. I've shown this before. This one was, I have $11.55. And this was a, I bought one in a 3X, which was just too large. And so I gave that one away and to a friend, and purchased this one in a 1XL. And it's cute. It has that kind of a squarish neckline. Is it square or V-neck? Yeah, square neckline. And it has a cute little tie there. And it has eyelets. And it's a gauzy type of fabric. I imagine that it's going to feel cooler in the summer with this type of fabric. It's textured. It's very stretchy. Let's see if this is polyester. I'm sure it must be. Okay, this one was 100% polyester, but it's very stretchy. And the 1X is amply big, and that one was $11.55. Okay, the next thing I got these two pairs of tights. I only have one here to show you. The other pair was the same as these, but they were in black, and they were both in a XXL. XXL as opposed to 2XL. 2XL, according to Temu, is larger in the hips and waist than an XXL, and a 1X similarly is larger in the hips and waist than an XL. So I got this in an XXL, and it's very stretchy. They said it was a warm, wintry weight tight, but yeah, it feels like a brushed material inside, but it's not super lined or anything. So yeah, I think you can wear this in some cooler temps, but maybe not in the winter in the Arctic zone. Where I live, it gets really cold. Okay, and on that one, did I say what that was? Okay, that was $5.44, and the pair that I got just like it in black was $5.59. Okay, that's it for the clothes. I did get more of these earring bags for $1.52. I figured I would try different types of these out. So this set is a pair of gold and a pair of silver. And those earring backs have a little heart up at the top, but it has that same kind of structure where it sticks up here behind your ear to hold your ear up. $1.52 for those. And of course, you know, and then there's another pair of 324 that I already showed, the 3 gold, the 3 silver. I guess I got 2 sets of these. One's for somebody else. Okay, and then I got these, you know about these bags. I should buy stock in these bags. These are jewelry bags that have a zip closure, and they're heavy duty. They're not thin like a Ziploc bag for a sandwich. They're thicker and more durable. And this one came 40 in 3 different sizes, 40 of them. And so that was one size in there, which is about 3 by 3, I would say. And then there was a smaller one like there, which looks like about 2 by 3, I'm gonna guess. And the largest ones were, I can get one out here. I took them out of here and then I tried to jam them all back in, and God knows now I can't even get them out. Well, I can't get this out of here right now. The third size is like a 4 by 4 square, and I just am not being able to get these out. I may have to rip this open. Wait a minute, maybe I got it now. Okay, oh, here's the third size. Oh, I think there were 4 sizes in here. Okay, this one is about a 3.5 by 5, I'm guessing. And the other size is this, which is kind of like a 4 by 4. I don't know, is that a 4 by 4 or a 3 by, that's about a 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, so you get 4 sizes. I got 40 of those, and for that I paid $8.57, although I did get a 27-cent price adjustment. So this time I just ordered a whole set of them so that I will have plenty of these going forward, and that's how I organize my drawers. And I use these to keep the jewelry from oxidizing. It does help. It helps. Okay, and oh yeah, and then there were 10 of these little bags, which are about, I'm going to say maybe 2.5 by 2.5. And these I paid $1.60, but I got a 63-cent price adjustment. So I paid about $1 for these, for the 10 of these. So there you go. All right, so let me think of a dating story. And I was thinking about this today. And I don't want to offend anyone with this story. And I'm going to try to tell it in a way that's honest, but hopefully doesn't offend anyone, because that's not my goal. But I just want to share funny stories that I've had dating. And I've done a lot of dating. A lot of dating in my life. Not recently, but, you know, in years past. And so this was a guy that I talked to. I met him through a phone chat. Before I had a computer, there was the phone chatting where you could call in and listen to recordings of various people, and then if you liked them, you could leave them a message and they could leave you a message back, and you could message back and forth like that until which time you decide to share phone numbers or meet in person. So I had spent quite a bit of time conversing back and forth through this online or this phone chat with this gentleman who seemed reasonable, sane, interesting, you name it, right? And so we decided to meet at Cracker Barrel. And if you've been in Cracker Barrel, they have it's a restaurant, and it's a country themed restaurant, and it looks kind of like inside of a barn in there. And they have tools and things hanging on the wall. It's very interesting. And then in the front porch area, it's like a huge porch with these rocking chairs. And then as you walk in to go to the restaurant, you pass through a store, like a general store. And it has a lot of unique items, a lot of unique gift items, and old candy bars from the past, and blow molds and decorative items. It's just a really cool little store that you go through when you walk in. Okay, so I was in that store area. I had gotten there a few minutes early, and I was in the store area, and when someone would walk in the door, I would hear this little bell ring. So I heard the bell ring, and I looked at the door, and a nice looking gentleman came in, well dressed, very decent guy, very good looking. And I thought, man, I would love it if that was him, right? And it wasn't. And so, and remember, I hadn't seen this person. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. So then the next gentleman comes in, and I thought, okay, he's not bad. Not bad, man, I could see myself with him, right? And no, it wasn't him. And another gentleman came in, and then a couple came in, then another gentleman came in, and yeah, I was like, he's not bad. I guess I'm not overly picky. I saw 3 men come in succession that I could see myself with. They were in my age range, and they turned out not to be the guy. Okay, finally, this guy came in, and instantly, I just knew this was the guy. And I'm like, why, God? Not to be mean or anything, but I'm like, why? I just know this is him, and why does this have to be him? And I'm not very picky about attractiveness or anything like that, but hygiene, I am picky about that. So the man that came in, he had this long, really gnarly, grizzly looking, grizzled beard that obviously he didn't do anything to groom. It was just like a wild beard. His hair was okay, but he had this haunted look on his face, and the only way I could describe the look on his face was he looked like those poor men that you see in those real Civil War photos of men in the war who had just seen horrors. And you could see it in their eyes and on their face, the look of horror, like a Civil War veteran. And to make it, and it was kind of scary. And then to make it worse, his entire coat was just covered in white flakes. Not just like a few flakes like dandruff. No. His whole coat was absolutely covered in flakes. There was no snowstorm out that night. It was just thick, heavy flakes all over his coat. And he looked like he could have been a Civil War veteran out sleeping in the field for months. I don't know. It was really off-putting to me, and when I think back about it now, it makes me laugh. But he had a good job according to what he said. He seemed like a very intelligent, quick-witted man, and I just don't know what goes through somebody's mind when you're meeting someone on a date. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. If it were me, I would have gotten my coat cleaned, or I would have worn something nicer, or I don't know what to say, guys, but that's my dating story for tonight. Did I go through with the date? I did. I did go through with the date, and just did not find enough redeeming qualities to overcome this. He hee-hawed on the date, and he laughed, and it was like half of his mouth had no teeth. I'm not a snob about that because I am missing a couple teeth myself down here. And I'm not a snob about it, but it was just the combination of factors. And then he had these like heavy woolen pants on. And it was a cold time of year, so I could understand the heavy gray woolen pants. But he was wearing a hideously vibrant Hawaiian type shirt, short sleeved in the middle of winter with these woolen pants. And I mean, I don't want to be a snob. I'm not exactly a fashionista myself. You know, I'm sure I have worn. I know that I have gone to work with floods pants on, short hemmed pants. I know that because when I worked at one of my jobs, everyone came in looking bummy because the place we worked was a very dirty place. And so, yeah, I've worn things that made me look funny and ridiculous. But I just think like for a date, for meeting a person the first time, I feel like I would want to make a better impression on somebody, even if it didn't work out. I just would rather be clean and pressed. Okay, guys, that's my dating story for tonight. Thank you so much for returning to my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love your comments. Leave comments below. Let me know what your favorite item was or what you think I got bamboozled into buying here that wasn't worth it, or something that you really liked in my set. Let me know what you think of the crazy blue, robin egg blue eyeshadow and the matchiness of the blouse with the necklace. And, you know, point out to me things I can do better or things that will keep you interested, and let me know, because I'm always interested to hear that. And I can adapt this channel in many ways. Also check out some of my shorts are of doggies, and they're very cute. They don't do tricks. They're not special trained dogs or anything. They're just cute doggies that have crossed my path. All right, guys, thank you very much. Have a good evening. Bye.